Welcome back, team, to another Saturday Tester. This week's Saturday Tester is called Fight Gone Worse. Now, you might have heard of Fight Gone Bad, which is a little bit of useless information for you. It was designed and put together by a UFC fighter called BJ Penn, and it was meant to replicate the feeling of being in a fight due to the fact that there is some 4 to 5 minute rounds of work. Now, this is going to be Fight Gone Worse, so it's going to be a slight spin on that old school style of CrossFit workout. Now, this workout is going to have 4 rounds. Each round is going to be for max reps, giving you a total amount of reps completed across the 4 rounds of the workout. Within each round, you're going to be spending a minute on each station with a minute rest at the end of each completed round. Now, the workout is going to start with 1 minute of wall walks, moving directly into 1 minute of assault biking, into 1 minute of burpee dumbbell power cleans, moving directly into a minute of wall balls. After your minute of wall balls, you get 1 minute of rest before we then repeat and start again. So what will we be testing? Now, if we look at this workout, there's 4 movements that are switching from upper to lower body. So if we look at this, we have wall walks, which is predominantly upper body pushing. We then have assault bike, lower body knee flexion, into dumbbell burpee power clean, upper body pull push, into a wall ball, which is a lower body squat, into a press. So if we look at this movement, there's mainly 2 kind of movement patterns that are being tested. Now, that is your upper body pushing and pulling endurance, and also your lower body knee flexion, just due to the movement selection. Now, when we're looking at the workout, it is 4 rounds with incomplete rest. So we will be testing your fatigue repeatability across those 4 rounds that we will be completing. Now, how does this fit into your current training program? Now, we will be looking across the board here when we're going through these 4 rounds as trying to be consistent, and that's what's going to give you a good score. So we have been doing a lot of pacing awareness drills on the machines during your aerobic Tuesdays, so we should have a good understanding now of kind of what pacing one of these stations is going to look like. We've also been trying to give you a little bit more variance within your dumbbell training work. So this week's Saturday Tester is a great opportunity to start to put in a relatively new movement to the program, which is that dumbbell power clean, into a bit more of a Saturday Tester style workout. Pacing. Now, if we look at this workout, it is 4 rounds long. If you've ever done Fight Gone Bad, that's going to give you a really good understanding of kind of how you can attack each of these minute intervals. But bearing in mind that these movements are slightly different. Some of them have a slower contraction rate, so let's not always bias our score from Fight Gone Bad. When we're looking at this workout, there's 4 movements, and what we should be starting to understand before we take the floor is knowing which of those movements you can potentially push a little bit harder on to gain more repetitions, or some of those that you want to try to hit a minimum set to then move on and be fresh for the next. Meaning, a wall walk contraction speed is a lot slower than a wall ball contraction speed. So realistically, what I want to be doing when I'm going into this workout is knowing what number of wall walks I want to hit. So then I move on to my assault bike, I know what calories I want to hit. So then I move on to my burpee, I know what calories I want, reps I want to hit. And then I move on to my wall ball, and that's where I can start to push a little bit more because I know that's a strength for myself. So understanding your strengths and weaknesses and also how those movements dictate your score is going to be the best recipe for success here. Now, again, we've got 4 rounds to complete. So what we don't want to be doing is getting 200 reps in round 1 and getting 10 in round 4. What we want to be doing is making sure that we're consistent across the board here so that we can put a good score on that scoreboard for Fight Gone Worse. Remember, team, there's a 7-day free trial for all of our non-subscribers. Let's make sure we grab a buddy and get after this one, team. Enjoy.